Hey, what's up, everyone? Maroni here. So, Dragon Ball Super episode 131. We got Gorpy the Gorpier and Ken the Ken. Yeah, two awesome members of Digital Pizza, and we're going to talk about the last episode of Dragon Ball Super because we've all been pretty excited. We were all super pumped from the last episode. So, I guess let's just get right into it. So, in this episode, it's pretty much the end of the fight. It turns out that 17 was alive in the last episode. Him and Frieza and Goku pretty much triple team Jiren to pull off a win. And 17 ends up winning the tournament, and he uses his wish to revive all the rest of the universes, which I think most of us weren't surprised that that was going to happen. Yeah. And the episode pretty much ends with them. It's just a lot of talk, and then a little bit of what might happen in the next series, because they pretty much make it known that, hey, this isn't the end, we will be back. They say it like several times in different ways. So anyway, we just wanted to talk and give our opinions on this final episode and, you know, what we think might happen in the future. So let's get into it. So what did you guys think of this episode?
All right, I'll start. Maroni Core Fee. I was personally surprised that 17 won because I swear, I think some staff from Dragon Ball Super are intentionally leaking things because they just want to catch us off guard, because I can't count how many people were certain Frieza was going to win. Oh, it's everyone thought that, and it was like pretty much already written in stone, and 17 winning really caught me off guard right there.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Because even from the last episode, I still thought that either Frieza or Goku was going to win. I was like, 17 is going to get eliminated this last episode for sure. Like, that was just in my head. I was just like, he's definitely going to get eliminated, and Frieza's going to be the upset, or Goku somehow is going to pull out the victory. Never thought 17 was going to win this tournament. That was the most surprising thing.
Yeah.
And then Frieza was still there saying Frieza things when you're like, oh man, he's gonna turn, he's gonna do it.
I know. Oh, don't you make me think I'm not gonna be evil.
Yeah, everyone thought that Frieza was gonna betray, he was gonna attack him, and it never came. But that was another surprising thing. I was like, there's a few times where I was just like, oh, Frieza's gonna do it. Frieza's gonna do it.
Here's his chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even then, when Whis brings him back to life or whatever at the end, he's all like, oh, I'm still gonna be evil. I can't wait till I rise again, and I'm gonna come after you. And Goku's like, yeah, whatever.
He's like, I just see you try.
What I just did.
Yeah. Well, I guess at the end of the episode, it does show Frieza with his forces or whatever up in space, and he's like, I'm back, Lord Frieza's back. But I mean, I guess we'll see what happens with that, or happens. I think if Frieza does come back, I hope it's something interesting, because they've already done Frieza twice, so it'd be redundant if he came back. He's like, I'm back with my forces, and you're just like, again?
I know.
You're not bringing anything new to the table.
If Vegeta isn't the one to take him out, then it's freaking all for nothing.
Yeah. So if he does come back, hopefully it's a different dynamic, because it did seem like he left the tournament with some respect towards Goku and everything, and he wasn't going to go back to Earth just to try to kill them all. He was kind of past that. So hopefully if he does come back, they find something different to do with him, not just like, hey, I'm the universe conqueror and I'm here to get my revenge or something.
Yeah, I actually think one of the things I liked about this episode was actually the way Goku and Frieza fought together, even though it was very brief. And it wasn't as epic of a fight as, say, episode 130 was. I still thought it was pretty cool the way Goku and Frieza teamed up, almost like they had this unspoken bond kind of a thing. They've seen each other fight so much, they had a connection the same way they did with Vegeta. And I see you shaking your head there, Gorfy. You don't agree?
No, I hate Frieza. I was like, when you see Vegeta angry, that was what I liked. So I was like, yeah, I'd be mad too. Like, oh, you're gonna team up with him now? He kills all of our race, and you're just like, hey, bro, fist bump, we win. Like, no.
I will say that their teamwork kind of came out of nowhere. Like all of a sudden they were just perfectly in sync and everything. Like that definitely should have been a Goku and Vegeta moment.
I know.
I still thought it was cool for it did look awesome and it was a pretty. Yeah,
like they made that little angel type thing for a brief second.
Yeah, so that was cool. The fight itself, just how it looked, was cool. But I would agree that it was kind of just like kind of came out of nowhere, and then I guess like you said, Vegeta kind of said it. He's like, "Oh, they're in sync. How's that?"
Yeah.
So, kind of like a bullshit moment, but they did that a few times throughout this final arc. Like they just pull things out, and you're just like, "How's that possible?" Like they haven't been together or anything.
And it does go counter to what happened earlier. Remember when Goku and Vegeta teamed up, and Vegeta was like, "Stop trying to work with me." Or no, wasn't that with 17 and Frieza or something?
Yeah, it was something like that. They mentioned that.
It's happened a couple times.
Yeah, they never fought together, so they wouldn't be able to be in sync. So yeah, that does make sense. That all of a sudden it's just like, well, Goku and Frieza have never fought together really, and now all of a sudden they're perfectly in sync. Which is
it looked cool though.
Yeah, it did look cool. It looked awesome. But that's one of the things that I kind of hated about the final few episodes overall. I felt it either should have been Gohan at the end instead of 17, because 17 hasn't been around in a long time really, since the Android arc or the Cell Saga. And I like 17. Yeah, I like 17. He's awesome and everything, and they gave him some cool movesets and everything this tournament. But it just kind of felt like someone really, really liked him, and that right?
Yeah.
Said it, that it was someone was just like, like all of a sudden he won the tournament and he kicked ass throughout it, pulling off a bunch of wins that he probably shouldn't have, and like I felt like there should have been Gohan or Vegeta or something being that person, but.
As much as I agree that there were other people that would have deserved that spot, they did a really good job with 17. Like, they did such a good job that I was rooting for him instantly. From the second we see him fight Goku, I was like, dude, he's so cool! He's so cool! Everything he did was just great, and I was like, man, I am a 17 fan now. Like, I was a diehard Gohan fan, and yeah, Gohan should have had more of a role. But
I'm still a Gohan fan. Versus Cell. Best ever.
So good. Well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they did do a good job of setting him up, but I guess just, like, I'm still kind of sore about, back in Dragon Ball Z, how they kind of let Gohan fall. But I guess that's a conversation for another day, because he should have been here, like, leading the charge, but it kind of didn't feel like he was barely in the tournament. Like, he had a few...
he was supposed to be the leader, wasn't he?
He was, but the leadership broke down within, like, the second episode or something like that.
I mean, Battle Royale, what leadership?
Yeah, but I mean, I guess moving on, the final wish, like I mentioned, no big deal. I think all of us kind of assumed that all the universes were going to be brought back. But I think that was
every other person I talked to.
Yeah, everyone thought, no one was just like, they're going to erase all these cool new characters and then we're never going to see them again. That wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, but what I thought personally was when 17 looked over up at everybody, it almost looked like he was looking towards Goku, and I thought he was going to have Goku say it instead of saying it himself. So, I don't know, I felt like he didn't really win the tournament, even though he did, kind of a thing. So it wasn't his wish to be granted, even though he was the one standing there at the end. I think Goku should have said it.
Yeah, but that's also one thing, talking about the wish. Apparently the Zeno-samas,
they planned it?
Yeah, they planned this. They planned that whoever won the tournament would be a good person and they would wish to resurrect all the universes. And if someone was evil and made a selfish wish, they were just going to erase everything, which I felt kind of came out of nowhere.
Oh, yeah. No, I was like, you're looking to destroy
I call BS.
The only people ever? No.
Yeah, I call complete BS there. I think, I still think the Grand Priest is evil, and I think that the Zenos are just completely oblivious, like little children, and, something's going to happen with that, because there's no way the Zenos were all like, like calculating behind the scenes and coming up with this grand scheme. No, this just happened, and he's just like having a good time with his buddy Goku,
Yeah, well, let's speaking about this, what do you think is going to come next? Like, because the whole angels being evil thing is something everyone thought, but it was kind of only announced like a few months ago that Super was going to end, today. So I guess we all assumed that it was going to keep going and going, and it's going to come back. Like I said, they pretty much made it obvious that, hey, it will return. This isn't the end. What do you think is going to come next? I mean, besides the movie, what do you think is going to be the next arc? Like you said, that the evil angels are going to come in. We're going to see the other universes, or what?
I think they're going to go in the hyperbolic time chamber and scream until they rip a rift in the universes, because they've never traveled between universes. And then they're going to go be like, what up, Jiren? High five, bro. Then they'll go into that hyperbolic time chamber and scream and then come back.
Well, one thing I thought was going to happen was, I thought there was going to be like a Saiyan arc where Vegeta goes to, what is that universe where Hidden and live? Is that 8?
Six?
Yeah, I think.
I don't know.
6.
I think so.
I mean, they kind of been building it up where Vegeta's just like, oh, Kaba or whatever. I plan on going there, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna use the Super Dragon Balls to resurrect you and everything. And Vegeta's changed so much. He kind of seems like he cares more. Like in the past, he's like, oh, my Saiyan pride, but now it really seems like, oh, the Saiyans are really this awesome race of people, and I feel like they kind of been building him up to actually become a leader. But even though they can probably just resurrect all the Saiyans in their world with the Super Dragon Balls or something,
right?
I feel like they're gonna go over to Universe 6 and maybe because there was that one episode where Vegeta's just like, haven't you seen it? The Saiyans, they've gotten stronger throughout this entire episode, and to me, I thought they might make some of the other universes scared and be like, hey, we need to erase these Saiyans because they're too powerful. Then maybe they will be a threat. Kind of how what happened to the Saiyans in the past, how Frieza just destroyed them because they were a possible threat.
Right.
I feel like that's going to happen again, but this time it's going to be a redemption where Vegeta's there and he's actually able to save his people, kind of, closing out that whole Sega saga or whatever you want to call it.
You know what? That would make too much sense. I feel like anytime we think of a storyline that would actually have some depth and would be pretty cool, dang well that's not going to happen, because every time we want Vegeta to be the one to shine or to have his moment, it never happens. It's like, this is a Dragon Ball Z show, Dragon Ball Super, whatever. This is all about Goku, and so as much as we want to see another character have their moment, whether it's Vegeta or Gohan, it's just going to be them being on the side somehow and not getting what they deserve, unfortunately.
Yeah, the Goku show.
Yeah.
I really think they're going to do something with the Saiyans. It might not be as deep or as incredible as we would hope, but there's going to be something there. They put too much, into those characters, and there's so many possibilities of different things they could do. We're going to see more of them for sure.
Yeah, but in Dragon Ball, what they always do is they always go up. They don't go linearly. They lateral moves or whatever. They don't go backwards except I guess in GT when they made Goku a kid again to scale back his powers.
What's GT? I've never heard of.
But what I'm saying is it has to be stronger or bigger of a threat than, say, the universe is being destroyed. It has to be a stronger bad guy than Jiren. It has to go up and away, like Superman kind of a thing. I feel like the only way we could go up from here is by using that scale that we heard of earlier. Well, if Beerus is a 10 and you're a 6, Whis is a 15 kind of a thing, where now the angels are stronger. So whether it's a shadow universe kind of a thing where, or like, didn't we hear that in the past there was more universes, right? And some of them were destroyed already also. Maybe instead of them disappearing, they went into some shadow dimension kind of a thing. So now there's evil universes, evil angels that are going to be cropping up, that are going to be coming up to fight them, and maybe it'll be angels versus angels or something.
I was kind of thinking about that when 17 said his wish. He didn't say all the universes destroyed in his tournament.
That's true.
Right.
That's right.
All of them? Like that crazy messed up Zamasu one? Where he's just like in the sky, like just, are they all the universes coming back? Is the Super Dragon too literal? Or am I just expecting too much?
That is a perfect dang point, because that would bring back the universes that Zeno has already destroyed. which would make them want revenge in some way also. So, I mean, could be something like that.
That could be interesting, and then that could set up a way to get characters in the tournament to come together to unite as like the good universes versus the bad universes.
Right.
So you can have Jiren and Goku teaming up versus these other extremely powerful people. That, I mean, that's the way I would see it. That'd be interesting. But either way, you make a good point. Like, he just said restore all the universes that were destroyed, so that could mean anything. It could just mean the ones that they're restoring in the tournament, or like you said, just overall any universe that's been destroyed in the past.
Right.
Sets up plenty of possibilities.
But if I'm wrong, don't go be throwing in the comments, oh, he's not Gorfari's dumb bot. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Man, I sat here.
We already know.
With my kids, we watched it, we yelled, and when 17 came out at the end of episode 130, we were all like, 17, oh my god!
Yeah, one of your sons even has 17 hair these days.
Yeah, yes.
See?
One thing I wanted to talk about that I forgot was at the end of the episode, they say that Goku can't just transform into his Ultra Instinct form. Like, did you guys see that part?
Yeah, he needed to get pushed. He got pushed past his limits or something. And when he was fighting Super Saiyan Blue against Vegeta at the end there.
Yeah, what did you guys think of that? Like, all of a sudden, like, because the last episode they're like, oh, he mastered it, and all of a sudden it's just like, oh, I can't just go Ultra Instinct whenever I want.
I mean, maybe he can. I mean, he's been known to hold himself back from Vegeta before. You know,
That's
like
true.
in the Buu saga, he didn't want to show Vegeta that he could go Super Saiyan 3.
That is true. I didn't think of that. So maybe it was just being Goku and just like, oh, I can't just, you know.
Well, they do make it like that's the official ruling on Ultra Instinct. Then it's just a way that they can introduce more characters without them getting their ass kicked in 3 seconds.
I want to know more about the effects of it and how it, it was sort of like what you imagined the Kaioken, how that would affect your body. Maybe something along those lines where he's actually physically injured in his spirit, not in his body. And maybe it's the spirit energy kind of a thing that allowed him to go to Ultra Instinct, and that part of him is injured and he can't do it right now. I don't know, something like that. Just a guess.
It could be. That'd be interesting. Well, I mean, is there anything else you guys wanted to talk about? I mean, I think we pretty much talked about everything in the episode and what we think might be or might happen in the future. Any last comments or thoughts?
I think, my closing comment would be episode 131. It was okay. You know, they're obviously trying not to drag things out. You know, they don't want another Frieza saga when things go on forever. So they did a good job of getting it wrapped up. But, you know, it wasn't the best episode. But the whole Tournament of Power story arc was incredible, and I loved it. And even with the ending that was kind of whatever, one of my favorite sagas. I still like the Black Saga more, but it's definitely up there.
And for me, I guess the things I didn't like about the episode were, Frieza still pretending to be a jerk, Jiren still pretending like he doesn't have friends. So many things I didn't care about, but overall, like you said, it was a good saga, and I can't wait for it to pick back up. We're reliving our high school years, so loved it.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. This saga was it was a lot of fun. There was a lot of callbacks to, the past of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. A lot of cool stuff like seeing Roshi and Piccolo and Tien and all of them, and Krillin. That stuff was cool. New characters like Jiren.
Those dog guys, they were good.
Yeah, just a lot of cool stuff. And overall, Dragon Ball Super was just a whole lot of fun. It was a great series. They did a great job bringing it back, because they easily could have brought it back and it could have been garbage. But it was fun from beginning to end. It's Dragon Ball, crazy fun action and crazy things happening. Just a whole lot of fun. And I am gonna miss it. I know it's just a break, but it's probably not gonna come back until next year. So it's gonna be a long, short little drive, really compared to GT to Super. But I can't wait to see what they do next, because like I said, I had a blast watching this. I can't wait to watch the movie at the end of the year. and then when the new series picks up, yeah. So overall, like I said, this episode was okay, but to me, it was just like a season finale type thing. It wasn't a definitive end, so because of that, I wasn't just like, oh, this was a horrible episode. Because if this was like the end and they weren't going to continue the series at all, I
That would
think I
suck.
would have been
Yeah.
mad. Yeah, but since it wasn't, it was satisfying. I was like, okay, it's good. No big deal. It wasn't horrible.
We
But like I
didn't
said,
drag it out.
Yeah.
It's wrapped up.
yeah, so good episode, great series, love it. Can't wait for it to come back, and I guess that's pretty much it. So if you guys watched this episode, which I know you did, because if you're watching this, what did you think of it?
Spoilers.
Yeah. What did you think of this episode, and what do you think is coming next? You know, you think some of our theories are going to come true? You know, I mean, Gorfy's theory sounds pretty spot on. If it's not the first arc or saga, it's definitely going to be the second one, I think. The other universes or whatever. But I guess we'll see. You know, let us know in the comments below what you thought, and I guess we will catch you in the next one. Thank you for watching, like and subscribe, and peace out.
Peace out.
Hey, if you like this video, we have several other awesome videos you can check out. And again, thanks for watching.